Ferrari has effectively placed their entire 2025 comeback mission into the hands of Lewis Hamilton, and what he does in Bahrain could either ignite a revival or confirm their campaign is spiraling into chaos. 3 races in, not a single Sunday podium, and trailing McLaren by a staggering 76 points. Things at Maranello are at a critical tipping point. But instead of retreating to caution, Ferrari has gone all in. Their revamped floor, re-engineered cooling system, updated diffuser, and redesigned rear wing are all being entrusted to one man, Hamilton. And we're not talking about simulator runs. Lewis will take the wheel in FP1 for a pivotal testing session. This isn't about raw speed, it's about trust. Ferrari believes Hamilton will give them the honest answers they need. While Charles Leclerc steps aside for the session, Hamilton will conduct an on-track evaluation that could define whether this car is a title contender or destined for disappointment. He's not interested in internal politics. He's here to diagnose the flaws and deliver a solution. If this update pays off, Lewis becomes the cornerstone of Ferrari's revival. So, before you scroll away, understand this. By the end of this video, you'll not only learn what Ferrari has changed, you'll understand how Hamilton's involvement could redefine the internal power structure at Maranello for the rest of the season. But first, we need to address something else. Forget the PR filters. When Jos Verstappen decides to retweet something, it's not just some bored dad casually on social media. It's a calculated move. And what exactly did he just send out to the entire F1 world? Footage that seems to show McLaren's rear wing flexing under load, something explicitly prohibited under the current technical regulations. Let's lay out the situation. McLaren are in sensational form. Lando Norris leads the championship standings by a solitary point over Max Verstappen. The team holds a 36-point advantage over Mercedes and has already secured 2 Grand Prix victories, including a dominant 1-2 in China. It's been a dream opening, but how have they pulled this off? After the race at Suzuka, eagle-eyed viewers and engineers noticed something odd. In footage showing Norris being chased by his teammate Oscar Piastri, a cursor hovering over the rear wing camera revealed clear flexing of the slot gap, a telltale sign of aerodynamic trickery. That kind of movement has drawn regulatory attention in the past, and now Jos Verstappen is fanning the flames publicly. And let's not pretend this is a fan theory. Red Bull's technical director Pierre Wache has already made it plain. It's quite visible. I think McLaren are still playing with mini DRS. That's not just an offhand remark. It's a direct technical accusation from one of the sport's top minds. The FIA isn't ignoring this either. They've already taken steps. In Australia, they capped rear wing flex at 0.5 millimeters. By China, that limit was reduced further to just 0.25 millimeters under a 75 kilograms load. Clearly, this isn't a guessing game. The FIA is reacting decisively because Flexi wings, when executed with precision, can offer massive gains in straight-line performance while skirting static tests. The next chapter in this technical chess match? Barcelona, where a fresh front wing directive is expected. But behind the scenes, insiders, including Christian Horner, are laser-focused on the rear wing saga. When the FIA introduces a new technical directive, the entire running order can shift. The big question? Who's going to suddenly drop back? Let's be honest, timing matters. Just a year ago, McLaren were barely midfield. Now, they're a front-running powerhouse. Sure, the team's made enormous strides, and the drivers have delivered, but when that kind of leap happens this quickly, every rival starts scrutinizing the tech. Jos Verstappen reposting that video wasn't just shade. It was the first flare in what could become a major investigation. Now let's pivot back to Ferrari, because their start to the 2025 season has been, frankly, a mess. 3 races down, no Sunday wins, a massive 76-point gap to McLaren. That's not just slow, that's a red alert. But the turnaround might finally be starting, with Lewis Hamilton at the center. Here's the headline. Ferrari is rolling out their first real upgrade of the year for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and they've tapped Hamilton to lead the live testing during FP1. This isn't just a technical assignment, it's symbolic. Ferrari are saying, Lewis, tell us whether this works, or if it belongs in the trash. Leclerc? He won't even be driving during that session. Instead, junior driver Dino Beganovic will be in his seat, running the previous spec floor to provide a data baseline. It's classic A/B testing. But once the session ends, Who do you think Ferrari will truly listen to? According to Italian media, this isn't a simple update. Ferrari is trialing new floor geometry, improved cooling solutions, a revised diffuser layout, and 2 alternate rear wing setups. This is practically a partial redesign, and at the helm is a 7-time world champion. Now, let's talk about a problem most others are too timid to call out: Ferrari's ongoing ride height dilemma. Since the Australian GP, they've been running the SF25 higher than ideal to avoid a repeat disqualification due to excessive plank wear. That's cost them downforce and crucial lap time. And even with a compromised car, Hamilton still delivered a sprint race victory in China. That's not chance, that's high-level driving fused with engineering savvy. Sure, both Hamilton and Leclerc were disqualified on Sunday, Hamilton for skid block wear, Charles for being underweight, but the bigger picture remains. When Ferrari needs someone to pull through, Hamilton delivers. Here's the twist: while Leclerc is busy tailoring the car to his own liking, it's Hamilton whom Ferrari relies on to assess this crucial new package. That tells you everything. Lewis himself has downplayed expectations, saying this upgrade won't erase the deficit to McLaren overnight. Translation: I'm not here for miracles. I'm building the foundation. Friday might not bring headlines, but it will reveal who Ferrari truly believes can guide their development. And if this upgrade delivers results, you'll know exactly whose fingerprints are all over that success. Let's also not pretend Hamilton is just casually dropping comments. When he talks about a deficit on his side of the garage, he's not just venting. He's sending a pointed message to Ferrari, to the media, and to the fans. Something's not right. And after 3 races in red, the fairy tale hasn't materialized. No Sunday podiums, a DSQ in China, and being outpaced by Leclerc at times. But don't confuse the scoreboard with reality. There's a deeper game at play, and Lewis just gave us a glimpse. After Suzuka, he dropped a quiet bombshell. There's been a bit of a deficit between both sides of the garage. Pressed on the issue in Bahrain, he wouldn't elaborate. "I can't expand on it," he said. That silence. It says more than any press release ever could. Because when a champion as experienced as Hamilton hints at imbalance and then clams up, it's never without reason. Meanwhile, Leclerc has stuck to a consistent setup since Melbourne, keeping his car within a predictable comfort zone. Hamilton, in contrast, has been pushing, trying different configurations, searching for that edge. That's what separates champions. They don't settle. They experiment. And now, while Leclerc watches from the garage, it's Hamilton leading the team's first meaningful upgrade push. New floor, new philosophy, new chapter. If you're wondering who Ferrari sees as their guiding light in development, this is your answer. Let's also rewind to how we got here. Since Australia, Ferrari has been spooked. The SF25's ride height has been kept conservative to avoid technical infractions, but it hasn't paid off. In China, both drivers were disqualified, yet Hamilton still managed to snatch a sprint race win, even in a handicapped car. And all the while, McLaren has been the dominant force. Say what you will about the results. That's what leadership under pressure looks like. Hamilton's not making bold promises this weekend. He's not selling dreams. He's offering something more important: clarity. He's not pretending they'll suddenly match McLaren. He's laying the groundwork to get there. That's Paddock code for, "We're not there yet, but I'm building the machine that will take us." He didn't join Ferrari for a farewell lap. He came to challenge the system, to shake up the culture, to force evolution. So when he says he's learning from Leclerc but also heading in his own direction, don't mistake it for deference. Hamilton is gathering intel, analyzing dynamics, and when the time comes, he'll strike with precision. Ferrari has been hanging on his every word since his arrival. Now, they're handing him the keys. And if the Bahrain upgrade succeeds, it'll be clear who rewrote their season script. If you're still watching, you're clearly not here for the sugar-coated PR takes or media-friendly narratives. So do this. Like the video if you think Hamilton's subtle silence speaks volumes. Drop a comment. Is Lewis right to point out the imbalance, or should he have kept it behind closed doors? And subscribe to Paddock Insider. We don't deal in media coaching or sanitized stories. Just raw, unfiltered, performance-obsessed truth.